Now, there's no such thing as a free lunch or a free stadium, say skeptics of a plan to replace Eden Park with a high-tech venue in downtown Auckland. A group of businesses, the Waterfront Consortium, has released its vision for a $1.8 billion stadium on Bledisloe Wharf that it says will be free for taxpayers and ratepayers. But Eden Park's boss says the park has mana and history and plenty more to give. Here's Rowan Quinn.
That's the Eden Park crowd going nuts for now Sir John Kirwan at the 1987 Rugby World Cup. The ground is special to the All Black and Auckland great, but he's backing a change.
I have a lot of beautiful and great memories at Eden Park, but it's past its use-by date. The residents don't like it, it's getting old, and I just think that Auckland as a city will really benefit from having a world-class stadium. You know, it's like boxing with the big boys.
Sir John says the move to build the venue with no cost to ratepayers was the clincher for him. The consortium says they'll instead look for a private developer for the stadium, which would be built into the seabed at the end of Auckland's Bledisloe Wharf, would have a roof and be used for concerts and events as well as sport. Auckland councillor Mike Lee isn't buying it.
There is no such thing as a free lunch, and certainly there is no such thing as a free sports stadium.
He says it would destroy the value of the lucrative Ports of Auckland-owned wharf, as well as Eden Park, which had a $260 million upgrade 7 years ago. The consortium's chair, Dave Wigmore, says the Bledisloe Wharf, currently home to hundreds of imported cars, is an ugly waste of prime real estate. He maintains a private build is possible, despite stadiums being notoriously difficult to turn a profit from.
The structure of the deal is very clear that the stadium is to be built first, and the developer of the Bledisloe Quarter and Eden Park would undertake their activities immediately following that.
As part of that deal, the developer would get to bowl Eden Park and build on the land. The Eden Park Trust Board's chief executive, Nick Soutner, says it's not up to the trust to have an opinion on its future. It manages the park for Auckland Council, but he does have his own feelings on the matter.
Eden Park has a lot of mana. We've got a number of iconic moments in New Zealand sport that have been held at Eden Park. And I think there'd be a lot of people, both locally and internationally, that would be disappointed if Eden Park wasn't to continue.
The Waterfront Consortium says Auckland's missing out on world-class entertainment because of a lack of a suitable venue. But Mr Soutner says that's not because of Eden Park, but the rules that govern it.
Sadly, this year, Auckland's missed out on Phil Collins, Billy Joel, Bon Jovi, Eminem and Monster Trucks. So I'd be encouraging both government and council to work with Eden Park to enable for the next 10 years those events to come to Auckland.
A senior economics lecturer at Massey University, Sam Richardson, says the sense that a new stadium would generate more value for the city may be an illusion.
There's no evidence that building a new stadium actually generates economic activity anything greater than what the original facility did.
Dame Fran Wild, who successfully drove the campaign to build Wellington Stadium 20 years ago, says the idea of a downtown stadium for Auckland is great, but if the consortium's to have any hope, they must win the hearts and minds of Aucklanders.
I know Aucklanders are very concerned about their waterfront and about what goes on in the harbour, and there's been a lot of public debate about that. So they really will have to tick that one off and make sure that they have got public support.
And the stadium's backers say they're going to do just that. The next step in their plan is to find out whether Aucklanders really share their vision. I Tamaki Makaurau, more Checkpoint, ko Rowan Quinn, DNA.